Welcome, Star Wars fans all across the galaxy. This is Uneducated Star Wars Talk, brought to you by the Uneducated Network. I'm your host, Chris Lambert, and thanks for making me a part of your day. So it's finally time for me to do my solo spoilers review. I get to talk all I want about it to y'all, and y'all get to hear it. But before I get into that, I want to let y'all know the box office, what it did this opening weekend, and it is mighty disappointing. And Solo didn't do well for a Star Wars movie, in my opinion. Not even in my opinion. If you look at the other numbers stacked up, Solo is like the lowest, I do believe. And that's hard to gauge because, yeah, it's bombed as a Star Wars movie, but if it's any other movie, 83 million ain't bad your opening weekend. It's not like the typical summer blockbuster thing. I wasn't expecting Solo to catch Infinity War opening weekend or anything, but I was not expecting just 83 million opening weekend for any Star Wars movie. And the sad thing is, the movie's pretty good. I really enjoyed the movie, and well, I think it's pretty good. I don't know how everybody else feels, and everybody entitled to their own opinion. But to me, the movie it was a good surprise. Like I was expecting it not to be good, and maybe that's where the box office failure right now, failure if you want to call it that, where the box office problems I'll call it are coming from is the director change and all that being all the bad publicity that the movie got and everything with behind the scenes. But 83 million. Hopefully it can do better. Like I say, maybe word of mouth. Maybe people watching this video right here, because I'm gonna talk good about the movie because I enjoyed the movie. Maybe good word of mouth will give it some legs. Maybe it'll have a positive second week. I don't know how often that happens in the movie industry, but maybe it gains some legs in this second week, third week, and just takes off from there. Because word of mouth is a thing in the movie business, and it can help a lot of films. And hopefully it helps Solo, because now this is the spoiler part, because to me it's they kind of hinted that they could do a couple sequels if they wanted, and based off of the numbers, I don't think they're gonna do that. But let's get into the movie. The movie. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the box office. Do you feel like Solo deserved this, and was it not as good to you? So you think the 83 million goes right along with how you feel about the movie? To me, that's disappointing because it's a good movie to me. But let me know how you feel about it. On to the movie. Like I said, I really enjoyed the movie. Wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. It's not the best. It's not even the best Star Wars movie, but it's not the best movie of the year so far or anything like that. It's not the greatest movie ever, but it's a fun adventure with Solo, Lando, Chewie. Everybody in the movie. I feel like did a great job with their acting. It was no like cringe-worthy lines. It wasn't nothing I was like, oh, nothing like that. Alden Ehrenreich, I'm sorry, I keep messing up his name if I am, but he did a great job with Solo. I was real skeptical going into the movie, like sitting down them first couple minutes. I was like, let's see how this goes. But by the near middle of the movie, I forgot about all that because this guy was Solo. Like some of the, it might be a testament more so to the writing more than his acting. But whatever he did, they got it right. And Alden Ehrenreich did a great job playing Solo. And shout out to the writers, everybody who put together Solo. And Lando was a good surprise, even though I wasn't disappointed that I didn't get as much Lando as I thought I would. But I thought Lando would have been more of a took over more of the movie, if you will. But that didn't happen, and to the benefit of Alden, like I said, he did a great job with it on his end, so it didn't bother me. Like not we all know, but I know Donald Glover is a great actor. I watch Atlanta, watched him in a couple other movies. He was in Homecoming too as well, but I know he's a great actor, so that's why I was expecting him to like take some of the shine off of Alden or Chewie or something like that. But that didn't happen, and Alden rocked it. Donald Glover still rocked it as Lando. He did a great job. Kira, I forget the actor's name, but Kira, she was good. We didn't get to see as much of her as I thought we would have, but I liked her. And like I say, I'm really having trouble finding something in the movie I don't like. And the only thing that I really didn't like was the Lady Proxima. the the I guess underworld leader of Corellia, and that was like the only thing I really didn't like. And the other thing, I guess we'll jump to the end right now, was Maul's appearance. I'm okay with Maul's appearance, but the CGI in it looked terrible. And I get it that it was a hologram, so it's not. It's like, you know what I'm saying. It wasn't me looking at Maul, but that looked at Maul looked at bad, like not as good. And I get that he's older at this point in time and been cut in half and all that. And I actually I'm gonna get to Maul a little later, but just to say some things I didn't like. Look, those was the only two things I really enjoyed the movie, and like I say, the Lady Proxima and Maul CGI is two things I really have problems with, but they minor things to me. I'm sure once I go see it again that I'll have more things or be able to catch more things I didn't like and everything. But overall, like I say, the performances were great. Lando was great. Lando was great. Han was great. Chewie and Han. I was thought we would have got a little bit more though. More they bickering back and forth, but it was perfect the way it was. Well, not perfect. I'll say it was perfect because it wasn't too over the top. It wasn't too jokey. It wasn't too serious. It was Han and Chewie, man, and that really that I really liked that part. I liked it how even how Han and Chewie met with Beckett lying saying he's a deserter. Beckett before I get to Han and Chewie right quick. Beckett was real good in the movie, and I see some people saying that they wasn't attached to Beckett because they didn't get too much of his story. Him and Val. I don't have a problem with that because he represented the scoundrel world to the T to me. Like he was trying to get rid of Han. Like the Empire almost kills him when they put him in. If he didn't know how to speak Wookiee, Chewie probably would have killed him in the cage thing. So that was real good. Like Beckett to me represented that scoundrel underworld like to the T. I learned a lot from him, and Beckett was I was real impressed by Beckett. Woody Harrelson did a great job. I wish we would have got a little bit more Val. I wish we would have because I was really enjoying her character. She a badass female, and I love those types of characters. So I wish we would have got a little bit more of her. See just what make her tick. See a little bit more of her and Beckett relationship, but. Who's to say? Because the movie was already kind of long, and not that it was a problem that it was that long, but adding more Val in it probably would have seemed unnecessary and everything. So I guess I'm okay with that. What she needed to get across, she got that across. But back to Han and Chewie meeting. So they cage Chewie in, and he's the beast that eats the troopers that desert or don't follow orders and everything. So like I say, Beckett tells a officer that Han is a deserter and everything. They throw him in there with Chewie. That whole scene was real fun. With they little fight back and forth and him Han getting Chewie to break out of there and everything. Like all that was great. And like I say, Han and Chewie was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Lando and L3. They wasn't what I was expecting. Well, more so L3. L3 wasn't what I was expecting from the book, and that's only because I read Last Shot. And I know it was a bunch of other books that came out that was that allegedly that people say tied into the movie a lot, like a lot of Lando stories from the movie that he was talking about are directly from some of those books and everything. Like he was just hinting at those, and that's cool. That's cool. I love the connectivity, and that's another thing I'm gonna get at a little later. How great this job did connecting the universe, and not on a big scale. Another thing I really like, the fate of the galaxy wasn't at stake in this movie, and that was great. In Star Wars, we used to those big epic battles that the galaxy and the universe is on the line, and everything got to go right for the heroes. That wasn't this. It was just a contained story, even more so than Rogue One. Rogue One really played a lot off. It was the story about capturing the Death Star plans, and that is an exact tie like that ties way more into the actual the whole series of Star Wars and everything. This Solo was I feel like a complete standalone. Like it can stand alone by itself. Yeah, you kind of have to know Han and Chewie to make their relationships a little bit. If you didn't know, I don't know because I do know their relationships and everything. Maybe maybe it didn't come across right if you haven't seen the other movies and everything. But to me, they did a great job with Han and Lando. The Sabacc games was real fun, especially the first one where Lando's cheating and Lando's cheating Han. That was great. Han catches on to it. Like even at the end of the card game, Han says like there's no way he could have had that card. Like he basically knew he was cheating, and that plays into Han. Like he's a great card player and everything. Like, and I want to say he played. He said he played about maybe once or twice. So I gotta go back and see it. Remember all these things. So that just plays into Han. Gave Han more character. He is that scoundrel, and even though he is that good guy that sees, and that we eventually see later on in the movies, in other movies and everything. So, it was great seeing them stick to that and everything. Draven Voss, he was okay, and he's the man Vision from the Avengers movie. He was okay. I didn't have a big problem with it. I liked it. Like I said, I liked that he was a contained villain. That he's not trying to take over the galaxy, just trying to get him like in this world of Star Wars, this ain't the rebellion or big money guys or anything. These are just uh, what they call them scoundrels, smugglers, bounty hunters, and everything. Just trying to make a way in the galaxy, and not trying to take over the galaxy, save the galaxy or anything. Han's the whole thing is he wants to get back to Corellia to save Kira. That's his whole thing, and like I said earlier, I really love how contained the story is and not the big epic story that we're used to. And I feel like it really worked for this story. That's what a Han Solo movie should be about. Let's get back to the Maul thing. I really want to know. Let me know in the comments. I'm a Star Wars fan, so I watch Clone Wars, Rebels. I know Maul. I knew Darth Maul wasn't dead and that he comes back in the Clone Wars and everything. I want to know if for people who didn't watch the Clone Wars, like where they can like super confused. You can see the robot legs and everything, but do that make you super confused or like that was just not confusing to me, but it was. I didn't think Lucasfilm would go there. I didn't think Lucasfilm would go there with the last couple films. They've been playing things sort of say playing cards to their chest, like keeping movies like yeah, this is the movies and everything. So they didn't play a lot off of Clone Wars and everything. And that was one thing about this movie I really love was all the Clone Wars references. But I'll get back to that in a minute. Let's get back to Maul. I want to know, was people confused about the Maul appearance? And if you was, would that make you want to go watch Clone Wars or just, I know fake deaths in movies are a big problem with people. People don't like that and everything. I don't have a problem with it if it's executed well. And Maul, I feel like it was done pretty well because I loved him coming back in the Clone Wars. Loved him in Rebels. Well, he actually dies in Rebels, but spoiler alert. But I really liked his appearance. I was just like I said, I didn't like the look of him. I didn't like the CGI of him and all that. But Maul being there made perfect sense to me because in the Clone Wars, he goes and gets all these crime people and gets all them to rally behind his cause. So he is still the leader of a lot of those crime families. And like I say, those Clone Wars referencing stuff like that from the Clone Wars just tickles my fancy as a Star Wars fan because a while ago I was the one complaining about they not connecting things. They not connecting books. They not connecting. They just forgetting about the prequels. I remember having that conversation with myself. It might have even been on here, but the way they did Solo with all of maybe it's not a lot of Clone Wars references, but I feel like it's way more than we've got in past movies and everything. The books do a good job of being the connective tissue, but I want it more in the movies where the broader audiences can see and maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see that this is a step forward with them. But more things from the Clone Wars, like the Pikes and Aura Singh got mentioned. Man, Beckett kills her. They say, and that was a moment when in the movies where I kind of nerded out. I was like, what? And nobody in the theater really reacted to that. And I was I was confused. I was like, man, you just gonna throw that out there like that? That Aura's dead, but. like I said, the Clone Wars references really I really love those. Lucasfilm did shout out to y'all for that. That's what we've been asking for. I don't want to go too deep into the plot. Like it's a it's a heist job, if you will. Things go wrong like they should. The I forget the actual materials that they're getting, but I know it's highly explosive, and it might just be hyperspace fuel, if I'm not mistaken. I know that was a big thing. That's why I can't wait to go see it again, get all these little details that I missed. But the materials that they're trying to get are highly explosive. They try to take it off a train, train or tram. I think it's a tram in the Star Wars universe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know if you know. But they try to rob a tram, goes wrong. The minor villain, if you will, we find out later that they're not a villain. They're more so people working for the rebellion. But Infant's Nest, they intervene in that train robbery, and things take a turn for the worse. They end up losing the cargo. So Han Solo, like, cause remember in episode 4 how he lost Jabba's cargo and everything. So that was actually a very good scene, the train heist scene, and that fight and everything. That was one of the best scenes in the movies to me. But like I say, that went wrong. Now they owe Draven Voss everything that they were supposed to get for him, or everything like that. So they got to do another job, find this the same materials and everything, and that's basically what the plot is around. They find Lando, get Lando to bring use the Falcon and everything. Now let's talk about the one of Han's greatest hits, the Kessel Run. It wasn't what I was really expecting, but I liked it. What I didn't like, well, I guess you could just add that to another thing I didn't like, was the space squid, was the space octopus or squid. It's one of those. I didn't like that. I don't like the space whales. I don't like the pigs, and I don't like those type of things. The space whale squid thing. It felt in place because they do these things. They've been doing these things in Rebels. They do these things, so it felt in place. But me being me, I didn't like it because it's a octopus or a squid in space, man. Like, just come on, man. But other than that, that was the Kessel Run. Like I said, it wasn't what I was expecting, but it was done pretty well. Other than the space octopus, Maul CGI, and Lady Proxima, it's not too many things I think I can dislike about the movie. It was a real fun movie, and like I said, I wasn't expecting it to be even this good. It's not like great, but I had a lot of fun coming out of it. And people, like last night at work, me and a couple people was talking about it. Guy, I haven't seen the movie, but here's some people talking about it, and some people saying it was better than episode 7 and episode 8. And I was a bit drawn back. I was like, it's not better. It might be better than episode 7. It is better than episode 7 to me. But episode 8, I don't think so. I don't think so. But it is a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, go look at it. Go watch it. Go see it a couple more times, because I'm going to see it a couple more times. I want to support it, because I wouldn't be mad at even getting a sequel. Like, I wasn't at first. At first I didn't want a Han Solo movie, and then everything behind the scenes, all the drama and all that. So I definitely wasn't looking forward to this movie. But watching the movie changed my tune. Even no, my tune really changed after that second trailer, and then when we seen a little bit more of the movie and things and stuff, and seen what was a little bit more going on, that changed my tune. I was excited. I was more excited to see the movie. After seeing the movie, I'll be okay with a sequel. I'm not sitting here craving a sequel, because they do set it up to where, like, he's going to Tatooine, going meet Jabba. Jabba has a big job that he got going on, and he's putting together a crew. Maybe that'll be the next movie, but who knows? But that's it for this video. I'm going to work on trying to see the movie again, because, like I said, I really enjoyed it. Want to get a little bit more details. I'll be back with another video soon. Be on the lookout. Also, check out Uneducated Sports Talk. Don't forget about that. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the page. Like us on Facebook. All that good jazz. And I'll see y'all next time.